hello, good morning. Welcome back to another reading vlog. It's 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. I have officially flared up an old injury on my foot, so I am really not even able to walk much at all. I have a horrible limp right now, and I'm just kind of stuck not being able to move, which is really kind of frustrating because I do like to go out and do stuff and move and walk around at least. So I'm stuck at home, but it's for the best because I love reading, I love playing Pokemon, so it all works out. I am off of work on Tuesday this week. I took it off. I don't know how much interaction in this video we're going to be having on Tuesday. I will be doing some errands and I will be doing some filming. So what are we reading this week? I am currently reading two books. Well, I am currently reading one book and I'm about to start a second one. So my audiobook for this week is going to be Dark Rise. I'm 25% through and I'm really enjoying it. I was actually kind of surprised because it is a YA fantasy. So I thought I was going to be like, yeah, this is cool, whatever, but I'm like really into it and it's a really, really enjoyable book. First off, it's multiple POV, which I didn't realize. I thought it was just going to be one POV, and the reason why I picked it up, minus the fact that I am now doing extra rolls for TBR Opoly if I finish everything up, which you can watch in my shorts on YouTube. We're gonna be trying it out for a little bit and see how it does. Let me know how you're feeling about it, because if you hate them, I will stop. I wanted to read a YA fantasy where the main protagonist was male. I noticed that when I was growing up, almost every single YA fantasy we had, the main protagonist was a male. The three ones that I can think of off the top of my head are Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and Eragon. And Eragon, I do sit on the fence about whether or not I call it YA or not, but a lot of people do refer to it as YA, so I will too for the time being. And as time has gone on, I can't find a single YA fantasy that has come out in the last 5 years that the main protagonist is male and it's not multiple POVs. Because you do have things like Six of Crows and whatnot, which has a male POV, but it's not the only POV, and it's just so interesting to me. I feel like there's a lot of stuff we could talk about behind that, but we're not going to here. I picked up this one because I thought, when I read the description, I thought it only mentioned a male POV. It's multiple POVs though, but I'm really enjoying it, so it doesn't even matter. How many POVs are there? There's 3. It's been a few days since I've actually read it because I had to take a few days off for family stuff and I haven't read, which is super weird for me. It's kind of why I'm a little bit out of it right now. Let's see if I can remember what any of these POVs are about or any of their names. So there's a boy who is being hunted by this guy named Simon. There's this girl whose brother works for this man named Simon, and she has kind of teamed up with the first boy and they're figuring things out. Honestly, 25% through a fantasy is like not enough to tell you what the book is about. And then there's a third girl who's gonna marry a rich old man so that she can do well. That's all I know about this book. My main focus this week is going to be The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. So I'm starting this today. This is the last book that I need to start for TBR Opoly. So as soon as I read a couple chapters of this, I am 100% cleared to go into March, which is great because I think I'm gonna play TBR Opoly on Tuesday on my day off. But I have marked it out so that I can finish this before March, and then March I can go straight into The Memory of Souls. So I'm gonna be reading between 50 and 60 pages every single day of this book. The font is pretty small, so it does take me a little bit to get through. So honestly, that'll probably be like an hour and a half to 2 hours of reading in this every single day, which I don't totally mind. So The Great Hunt is the sequel to The Eye of the World, which is a Wheel of Time. I don't know what this is about, but I have a sneaking suspicion that book 2 is going to be about the hunt for the horn. I haven't read the back. There's a description on the back. I thought that was a thing that only happened in hardcovers. Hold up a second. There's not, what? It just says, the second novel in one of the most influential fantasy series of all times, now also a major TV series. The wheel of time turns and ages come to pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth returns again. What was, what will be, and what is may yet fall under the shadow. And that's it. That's all that it says on the back of here, minus like some quotes from people that I probably don't even care about. Apparently, they didn't bother telling me what this book is about, and I'm not gonna look it up. I might try to waddle to the pool because it's supposed to get like warmer today, but right now it is freezing, so I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. Hello friends, it is the end of day Monday and I have just gotten home from work, which means I'm off of work until Wednesday morning and I'm so excited. I needed this day off. So I read to page 75 last night in The Great Hunt. I'm really enjoying this book. I was a little bit nervous to pick it up just because it is a sequel and I tend to not enjoy sequels as much. And I feel like since I knew nothing about this series, I wasn't totally sure what to expect from book 2, but I'm really enjoying it. Probably right now about the same as book 1, which book 1 I rated a 4-star. It's on track to receive that as well. This is a multiple POV epic high fantasy series I told you earlier, following 3 boys. Right now we are kind of figuring out about Rand, and there's this woman who is part of the Aserai, and she's like the leader, and she's coming to talk to Rand about something, and the first 75 pages were just him hiding from her, which was actually quite comical. I forgot how funny Rand is. Like, he's not trying to be funny, but just the way he does things and the way he reacts to things is so hysterical. Like, there was this part where this person came up to him and was like, "Hey Rand, someone's looking for you," and Rand just instantly ran away. Like, he didn't talk, he didn't say anything, he just bolted. And he's just this teenage boy who's trying to figure things out and just keeps messing up, and I'm having a good time watching him be a spaz, basically. And then I was going to continue on with my audiobook reading of Dark Rise, but I realized that my audiobook loan from my library, I did borrow that one, but I also borrowed the book Blood Like Magic, and that loan was going to be taken away from me in a few days, and I needed to read that book. So I put Dark Rise down just for the time being, and I picked up Blood Like Magic. I am buddy reading this with Starla from Starla Enjoys, and they are currently not reading it at the same pace as me. So what we're doing is it's going to be the type of buddy read where we just read it around the same time as each other and then discuss, because our schedules just didn't line up perfectly well for this month. But I am really enjoying this book so far. I wouldn't say that it's like amazing or that I'm in love with it, but for what it is, I am pleasantly surprised, and I am finding myself wanting to continue on with it. So this is the story of a girl. It is a sci-fi futuristic society. Technology is very prevalent in this society, and her family is full of witches. Witches live in this world, and they can use magic. At a certain point in their life, I believe it's when they hit puberty, they go through this like awakening, and they get a specific witch gift. And our main character is just about to get her gift, and in order to get your gift you have to go through this like trial, which most of the trials really aren't that hard. It's like a simple like kind of yes or no kind of a thing, or you have to like cook a meal, or you have to like sew a piece of clothing. It's not a super difficult thing. Now when our main character goes into her trial, the ancestor comes to her and says that she has to destroy her first love or her first true love, something like that. So she has 30 days to go off and fall in love and then kill this person. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm way more interested in the world building and our main character's family than I am in the whole entire like love interest storyline. I kind of like don't care about the love in this story, so I think that's always going to just be like something I'm not like majorly impressed to learn more about. But I really like the family. There's a huge family in this world. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the family from Encanto because, you know, they all live in this house that kind of connects them together and kind of seems to connect them to their magic. Their abuela, it's not abuela in the story, but their abuela connects them to, she is the matriarch. She makes all the decisions for the family, and then you have to get to a certain age before you get your specific gift. And our main character was worried that she wouldn't even get her gift at all. So there were like lots of connections I saw there, but it is told in a futuristic society, and our main character is African. And I think she was from Africa and Trinidad. We have a lot of important topics about race. It's done very well and very seamlessly. And also there are a lot of topics about LGBTQ plus rep, specifically with gender more than sexuality, but it's done in such a beautiful, seamless way that it's not even like, oh, hey, here, like, we're accepting or whatever. It's just, it's part of the world, and it's so fluid and so just there. So I'm enjoying it. I'm actually 36% through the book. I am going to continue to listen. Okay, it's Thursday. I don't think I've talked to you guys since Monday, but I filmed some stuff. It's been a hell of a week. We're all going to collectively pretend that I didn't just have an anxiety attack and sob heavily. I'm okay. I'm fine. It's just work is absolutely killing me right now. I had 2 packages arrive in the mail, and they're 2 things that I wanted to open with you on my channel. I want to open them now because I think they're going to make me happier inside and make me feel better, especially after just freaking out a little bit, and I want to open them with you, so that means I have to kind of be on camera right now. This top one is a book, the bottom one is not a book. It is a bookish item, but it is not a book. And this is something that I ordered online, I used the site Pango, I think it's Pango Books, and it's literally just, you can sell back your books to other people on the app, and I've been really successful. And then you can, the money you use to sell back your books to people, like it covers shipping and everything, you just have to get it to the post office, can either go towards you buying new books from other people, or you can take it out as a credit and like deposit it into your bank account. So I have been using up my credit because I sold a lot of stuff on there, and there have been a few things that I've been wanting to get, and this is the newest one in my collection, which is Dark Rise. So I think I might have mentioned earlier this week that I had officially started this book, but I had to put it down because Blood Like Magic, the hold was going to go out, and so I needed to read that one next. Pretty convinced that I wanted to actually continue reading this physically because I was having a little bit of a hard time following the audiobook, and I was really, really, really loving the story. So for a YA to impact me that much, I was like, I'm going to buy it, especially because I can basically get it for free because I have credits. Well, let's open up this cute little box. I'm so freaking excited about this. So this is from a company I saw on Instagram who is called Fictional Bath Co. And so it wasn't like an ad, it was like an actual person I saw. And I saw someone else like talking about a candle that a perfume that they had gotten here. And instantly I knew I had to buy 2 things. There were 2 things I wanted so bad. I got 2 woodwick candles. These are just directions on how to take care of them and light them properly. Oh my God, I'm so so excited about this. So I did get the black tins. I did not get the glass containers. And so this one is Kaladin Stormblessed from Stormlight, and it's lavender, bayberry, and storms. And so I don't know if you guys know, but I am actually allergic to citrus. So anytime I do find a candle that doesn't have citrus in it, oh my God. Oh, that's fantastic. Anytime I find a candle without citrus in it, I absolutely, and it's like something I like, I buy it instantly. So that one was the first one. And if you don't know, Kaladin is my favorite character from Stormlight and probably in my top 2 favorite characters of all time. The other one is the other candle you're about to see. Here's their logo. And here is their information. You can pause. The next candle is, yep, it's Azrael from Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh my, hold up. I think I like this one better actually. So it's dark musk, amber, and tonka bean. I have another Azrael candle and I know that it also has dark musk and amber in it. It's from a different company, but I'm really glad that everyone has agreed that that's what he smells like. Okay, so the Kaladin one really did kind of smell like a storm. It smells like a musky storm is how I would best describe it. This is almost like a clean, I don't know what that undertone is, like a clean vanilla. I think that's the tonka bean. I'm pretty good with scents, to be honest. I did work for a scent place for about a year, so I can usually identify smells pretty well, but I don't know exactly what that one is. Anyways, those are my packages. I do feel a lot better after opening them. Really quickly, work is kicking my butt. I have been extremely stressed. It's why I took Tuesday off actually, is because I just needed a whole day off of work and I was feeling really good after that day off, but it's right back into it. Feels like every single day I go is a little bit harder and a little bit worse than the day before, and today just absolutely, it's hard. It's really hard. So much to do every single day and it's just a lot. I've been kind of not doing great recently. I mean, I'm sure you guys know if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time that the past, basically since 2022 started, it's been kind of hard for me, but this week definitely a kicker. It'll be fine. I appreciate any kind thoughts that you're gonna say down below, but I'm fine. I am. I hope you're all doing good too. Also, toe update. I don't know if I told you. Yeah, I told you on Sunday my toe's been really in pain. It's still in a lot of pain. It went down on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night it like spiked and it was awful. Like I could barely walk Tuesday night, which kind of sucked. It's been kind of slowly going down again. I feel like right now it's kind of at the best it's been, but I'm still in a lot of pain. And if it's still like this after this coming weekend, I think I'm just gonna have to go to the doctor and have it looked at, or x-rayed or something, because I'm starting to be a little bit concerned that it's not arthritis. My sister-in-law, who is a foot doctor's assistant, said I'm a little bit concerned that I might have actually broken my toe, and I've been walking around on it this entire time because it's just in so much pain. Blood Like Magic. I really, really enjoyed that book, guys. I was shocked how much I enjoyed it. I think the main reasons why I was pulled into it was, one, it was a setting that I'm not super familiar with because it is more of like a sci-fi setting than a fantasy setting. It didn't feel like super stereotypical. Also with the black culture behind it, I felt like I wasn't just reading the same old like white protagonist. And I really loved that the author surprised me and shocked me and did things in the story that I wasn't totally expecting. There were a few points, especially the main twist, that I feel like were predictable. And I feel like if you hear the premise of the book, you can probably start to predict what might be not actually as it seems. But saying that, I think she did a really good job. I think it was fantastically written. I think the author's writing was really good. I think that she did a great job of melding like social issues with a fantastical science fiction-y world and having witches in a place that you wouldn't normally see witches. My biggest 3 complaints are that our main character is super bad at making decisions. It's a plot point, it's a character flaw, it's like supposed to be there, but watching her have all of this indecision the entire book like really drained on me, and I was like, girl, stop being wishy-washy. 2, big bad guy monologue at the end. He definitely did not need to have that big of a monologue. I feel like he was repeating himself, and I feel like he was oversharing and over-explaining, and it just didn't make sense. It just felt meh, not so great to have. And then 3, I definitely think this book could have been a fantastic standalone. I think that you could still have had it be YA. I think you could have made it longer and had it be a little bit more epic in the world that we are seeing. And I think that it could have been a fantastic standalone. It is a duology. I don't know when book 2 is coming out, but I know that it has a launch date and it has a cover, which the cover is amazing. But I will die on the hill of this would have been a superb standalone. I'm actually really nervous about book 2 because I think it's going to be a lot of filler, and I think that there's not as big of a conflict in book 2 for us to be interested in following that story for the long term, for a whole book. So I am concerned. I really enjoyed book 1. I ended up rating it a 4-star. A 4-star flat, actually, out of my Cawpile ridiculousness. And I am really on the fence about whether or not I will read book 2. I'm not curious enough to know what's going to happen to these characters. I feel really happy with where I left them. So it all kind of come down to how long book 2 is, how good the reviews are when it comes out, and if my library has it or not. I highly recommend going and checking this one out. I really, really enjoyed it. And that's coming from someone who feels like they've been kind of fed up with YA recently. So if you're kind of in that boat, I recommend it. Also, for someone who's fed up with YA, I recommend this too. Hello. So The Great Hunt is currently downstairs, but I am really close to 50% through it. I am going to have to pause now, do my wrap up for the month. So unfortunately I didn't get to finish it or this one before my wrap up for February took place. I am planning on finishing The Great Hunt still in the next few days, but I will not be finishing Dark Rise. So I will talk about them more in next week's reading vlog. So I painted my nails. I did the sparkly on this and the thumb, and then kind of this like nude color on the rest of my fingers. I went shopping today and I bought blush because I'm gonna be in a wedding soon. I realized I don't own any blush. I always just used eyeshadow, and that I was pretty sure the reason why I hated how I looked in blush was because I wasn't using the right color. And I think that's true because I decided to go with like a peach this time. Let me go grab it. So I'm currently wearing 2 different things like on top of each other. I have this like cream, and then I have this powder, and it also came with a highlighter, which was awesome because I could use both, and I love it. So peach is apparently more so my color than like red. I don't know why I thought red would be my color. I'm here to say goodbye to you all. I did want to say though that I had a package delivered yesterday and I forgot to open it with you all, but basically all that came was A Little Hatred. Oh, I'm so excited for this book though. This is the first book in Joe Abercrombie's newest series. I don't know if it's a trilogy or not, but I do currently own books 2 and 3 in hardback, so I knew I needed to get book 1. And then I picked up book 4 for The Wheel of Time, which is the only one between book 1 and I think it's like 10, I think, that I hadn't bought yet. Okay, so I currently own up through book 9, and I am planning on 100% getting through 12 of them this year. My idea is 1 a month, so I will have to buy some more, but I won't have to do it until the last part of the year. So this was the last one I need to get, and I love this cover. But let me tell you guys, this book is 1,000 pages, and it's like Bible pages, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for how big some of these books are getting. That's it for today. I am doing so much better today. My foot almost no pain. I only have pain when I step on it in certain weird ways, so that's amazing. I think I'm gonna try to go on a really slow, gentle, short walk later today because it's been over a week since I have done that and I miss it so much. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic time. I hope that this week treated you better than it treated me. Over the course of the next 2 months, videos from me might be a little bit iffier than they normally are because I am preparing for a wedding. But I appreciate each and every one of you watching these videos and subscribing and liking and commenting. You're all so amazing, and I know that you like, from everyone I've talked to, you're just so excited to talk to me, and you're so kind and forgiving over the fact that I won't be able to stick to my schedule as much as I would like to. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't remember how my outro goes, but until next time, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.